Hello everyone, Cal here with another Tiny Tina's Wonderlands video, and today we're going to be looking at our first leveling build for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So we'll be covering the Spore Warden, which is actually a very interesting class. It's the very first one I jumped on, and leveling was actually pretty fun. But jumping straight over to the skill tree, as you can see at the top there, you have a Mushroom Companion. That is the cool thing about the Spore Warden. And at first we need to pick our ability. Now I actually prefer Barrage over Blizzard. Blizzard just feels a little bit too weak for me, but Barrage is pretty good, especially with the build we're going to go for. So select a Barrage straight away. Then next, ignore the blue numbers, that's just stuff I have from abilities, but we are going to put 5 ability perks into Eagle Eye first. That is probably one of the best ones because it gives us gun damage and gun handling. So as you see, when we get that all the way to max, it should give us 20% gun damage and 25% gun handling. Obviously, I have a few bonus points, so I get a bit extra, but it should be around 25 and 20%. Then next, what we're going to do, because we've unlocked tier 2, is put a point into Spore Cloud. What this does is let your Mushroom Companion do a cute little fart, and it does poison damage in an area. Really good when actually dealing damage to a group of enemies. And of course, Bullseye is also great because this gives us gun critical hit chance and a companion critical hit chance, which is great for when they're stood inside the little poison smoke from Spore Cloud. So we're going to put 5 into that as well. Then next we have Quiver of Holding. Now I actually like this because it gives you extra magazine size, which is just convenient because it means you can shoot more enemies without having to reload, so put 3 points in that when you can. Another great perk to pick from here as well that you definitely want to take is Medicinal Mushroom. So what this allows you to do is when you're in the down state, in the save your soul as they call it for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, your Mushroom Companion will do a little wiggle over to you and attempt to revive you. Now if it does, this is pretty cool, right? Because you and your companion gain increased damage dealt for a duration. As you can see, you get 15% and it lasts 10 seconds. That's a very nice damage boost just for getting rezzed. Then next, we're going to go over to Wrath of Nature, and this one again is pretty good too. I mean, you get a damage increase. Then once you've got those main abilities filled out, we're going to go back to the very top to Bounty of the Hunt. Now this one gives us action skill cooldown rate, which is going to set us up for a great skill later on. So put 5 points into that because it allows us to shoot Barrage 20% faster. So we have to wait 12 seconds per shot. So then you go down to the bottom here and we have Wrath of Nature. Whenever you deal ability damage to an enemy, the affected enemy takes increased damage from all sources for a duration of time. So if you fill that all the way up to 3, you then do 54% increased damage for 12 seconds. Now obviously if you get an ability item or class item, you can increase that by 2 times up to like 6 out of the 3 there. So that's actually very cool. It basically does like 100% extra damage and it's just absolutely nuts. That's why we're trying to build up Barrage so it fires a bit faster and also set up the crit. Then on top of that, we also have Headhunter. Now this is pretty cool because gun damage dealt to critical hit areas is increased, and obviously it's another 25% gun damage when hitting a crit, which you just want with this type of class because it's just amazing. Then to unlock the Capstone, we're going to dump a point into Affinity at the top. Just put a point in there and that gives you an extra 7% ability damage. It's nice to have, to be honest. It's just a bonus, but that's because we want to get Play the Angles, which is your Capstone. So gun critical hits have a chance to ricochet, dealing reduced ability damage to a nearby enemy. Ricochet shots also have a chance to ricochet an additional time. So as you can see, that's got a 35% chance to ricochet. An additional chance to ricochet is 15%, but ability damage gets 50% of the gun critical hit damage dealt too. So that's just amazing. So that is actually the amount of points you want to put into Spore Warden. And then you have 18 points for whatever secondary class you're going to go for. I'm going to leave that one up to you guys, but as for a start, I'd recommend filling out the Spore Warden and then maybe going into another secondary class if you feel like it. Once you have this sorted, you're going to be hitting high damage, obviously going to be popping Barrage a lot on enemies to get that increased damage. It's overall a very fun time while watching your Mushroom wiggle around, farting on enemies, and then obviously healing you if you go down. Hopefully now you have an understanding on how to build the Spore Warden for leveling, and as usual our goal here is to give you the best guides that are quick and let you jump straight back into the game. So if you like that, then hit the like button and subscribe for more Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. My name is Cal, and here's a big thank you from everyone at Realm Space Gaming for watching our videos, and don't forget to enjoy the rest of your day.